All right, 21 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. The other day, we had a story about the top 10 jobs that are now, the top 10 jobs right now in America, and they weren't even around 10 years ago. And one of them was drone pilot.
Yes.
One of them was drone pilot, yeah. And so you have to, I think, we're going to find out if I have anything wrong here. I think you have to have a pilot's license, even though there's nobody actually in the drone, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To fly them. And now they're racing them, right?
Yeah.
So we have Nick Willard on. He's known as Wild Willie. He's a drone racing league pilot and a two-time third-place winner. The Drone Racing League and the Drone Racing League season begins September 6th. I'm just curious if there's a way we can be spectators of this, even if it is vicariously, like by way of a video or something. Good morning, Nick. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys doing?
This sounds exciting. So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it about 3 or 4 years now.
Wow. And what makes a drone faster than another drone? What do you do to make it faster?
Well, for the Drone Racing League, actually all the drones are stock drones. So they have about 600 completely identical drones that they bring to every event, and that's what we use. So every drone is exactly the same speed, and it's all down to piloting skill.
Okay, I think I need a little the definition. What is a spot drone?
Mm-hmm.
Where does what come from?
A spot drone? Yeah, I think you used the term spot drone. I'm not sure.
Stock drone.
Oh, stock. Okay, I got you. In other words, they're all basically right off the shelf?
Yep. So DRL actually builds their own proprietary racing drone. They're all completely identical, and that's what they give the pilots to use.
And is that so that all the pilots can depend on, at that point, is their skill?
Yep, it's all just pilot skill based.
Oh my gosh! And so it's a relatively new sport. It sounds like it has to be because drones are relatively new, correct?
Yeah, I mean the drone racing has only been around for about 3 or 4 years now. I mean we're just now going into our third season.
And this is all over the world, correct?
Yeah, I mean we fly in venues all over the world. I mean the pilots are from all over the world. It is a global sport. So
what is the speed record right now?
Actually, the current speed record is held by DRL. They have a very specific drone that they built that has the Guinness World Record for speed. It's about 180, 190 miles an hour.
Oh, wow. Wow. And are they used in any capacity other than racing? Like, do we have drones that fast for the military or for something else that I can't think of?
Not right now. DRL is the only company that has drones that fast, but those ones are specifically for speed records. The ones that we fly in the races that you see on TV only go to about 80, 85 miles an hour.
And when you fly these drones, do you have to let the local airport know that you're doing this so they give you airspace?
For DRL, we don't have to, but that's because we fly indoors in most of our venues.
Oh.
But if we conduct stuff, outdoors, if we're doing stuff for other races, if we're close to an airport, we have to contact them. There's a whole process we have to go through, and we're all actual licensed pilots that we have to get before we're allowed to actually fly them.
So when you say a licensed pilot in a physical aircraft that you leave the ground on, or a licensed drone pilot?
We're licensed drone pilots. There's a new course that the FAA has that you have to go through, and it's a Part 107 license that's specifically for drone operations.
Oh, okay.
So help me understand the track, I guess, for lack of a better way to ask this. Is it a circle? Is it a straight line? And do we watch it? Is there a spectator area?
And obstacles.
Yeah. So the courses, they're these giant, elaborate, three-dimensional tracks that have about 8-foot diameter, like light up neon gates that we fly through, and they're placed all throughout these iconic venues. Like we flew through Adventure Dome in Las Vegas, which is one of the world's largest indoor amusement parks. We just got done a couple weeks ago. Actually, we had a course inside of the BMW Welt in Munich that we flew through. It's just a giant BMW museum. We put bunches of gates up and stuff, and so there's really elaborate technical tracks that we have to fly.
We're told you have a special relationship with your mom.
Yes, I do. Me and my mom are very, very close. She's been legally blind pretty much her entire life.
Oh my gosh.
So as I was growing up, I had to help her, with all the everyday stuff, like, go to the grocery store and just reading off the labels on stuff, and getting around from place to place and telling her what's going on TV. So we've grown really close because of that.
And can she fly the drones? Is there something audible she can hear?
She can hear it. I mean, they have especially she loves watching the episodes because they have a really great commentary. And so she loves just sitting and listening. And, the drones are really loud. And she's been to a couple of the DRL races. And, it sounds like a giant bee's nest flying around.
Oh, my goodness. All right, I went to some videos on YouTube. Oh, you have a whole channel. DRL has a channel. Let me see if I can find some of those. That might be better to look at. Okay. All right, so the DRL Alliance is the headline, I guess, video on the what do you call it, YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so do you actually pilot this with a camera? You're looking through a camera?
Yeah. So there's it's basically like a security camera that's on the front of the drone, and it sends an analog video feed wirelessly back to a pair of goggles that we wear. And that is actually how we see where the drone is going. So it's like we're in the cockpit flying it.
So are you behind a computer screen while you're flying this with, like video game controls, or how do you do this?
Right now in this season, we actually have these like really cool racing chairs that are from race cars, and we just sit down in them. We have a transmitter or a remote control in our hands, that is pretty standard for most radio control stuff, that links up through race control to transmit to the drones wirelessly. And then we have a pair of goggles that we wear that also links up to a giant server that receives all the video feeds from the drones.
Wow, I'm looking at a video right now. These are not that big, are they? They're rather small drones, aren't they?
Yeah, they're small. I mean, when most people think of drones, think of the standard camera drones and stuff like that, and they're pretty small compared to those. They're only about a foot and a half in diameter.
Oh my gosh, has Hollywood come calling you yet? I mean, you could see so many ways that a movie maker would want to use the shots that you wouldn't be able to get with anything else.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's kind of new and emerging. I mean, the racing drones have only been around for about 4 or 5 years now, but there's definitely, some movie maker people, some Hollywood people who are really trying to get into it and really push it.
Oh my gosh, I'm watching a video right now. You're flying through town. It looks like, I don't know where it is, but the ground looks wet, and you're just going right through traffic and over a building now. Oh my gosh, that is so fun. Oh my gosh, is this a thrill for you as much as it is for us looking at it? It looks like it must be.
Oh, it's the most thrilling experience I think I've ever had. I mean, every single time you fly, it's just like the first time again. I mean, you put the goggles on, and it's like you're in the cockpit, and it's like you're a bird. You can really just go anywhere and do anything. I mean, it's just crazy.
Oh my gosh, this is the best interview ever. All right, so what do we do? I went to your site. I know we're over time a little bit. TheDroneRacingLeague.com is what I went to.
Yep, that's where you can get more information on the Drone Racing League, and you can actually get the simulator from TheDroneRacingLeague.com, and you can actually practice flying drones on that simulator rather than having to actually go out and buy a whole drone package.
Oh my gosh, can I ask how much they cost? How much is a drone?
They're about $1,000.
Robin, we need to get